Hi there, and welcome back to another episode of Casper Creative Plays Video Games. I guess I can't say this is another episode of Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition because this would be the first one. So, yeah, basically what I know about the Warriors series is that it came from the is called Dynasty Warriors or Dynasty Warriors. I'm not sure, I guess 100% the correct way to pronounce that. But they've branched out into multiple different series. So, like, I know there's One Piece Pirate Warriors. I've seen a little bit of that, and it looks like it's a lot of fun. But this one is Hyrule Warriors, so it takes like the lore of the Legend of Zelda series, but gives you it in the Warriors playstyle. So that sounds pretty cool. I have a file on here that's already like developed because I've played through like the main campaign and some of the like the I guess additional content. This is the first Warriors game that I've owned, so I know some of it would be like additional stuff, but I've played through some of that too. I think the Wind Waker stuff might be a little like some DLC stuff, but I guess I'd have to look that up to say for sure. So our party is going to be kind of overpowered here, but hey, that's all right. It's all about the adventure, right? It's not about you know, starting at level 1 all the time. Sometimes, a lot of games, they have New Game Plus. So I guess, in a way, I could kind of look at it like that. So, with all that being said, why don't we jump right into the Legend mode here? We are going to start Hyrule Field, and, was there, okay, so it looks like probably at the normal difficulty. So, yeah, let's get started. So it looks like the hero for this one is, of course, Link. You may know Link as the hero of the Legend of Zelda series, and if that's what you think you know about Link, well, then you are correct. So let's jump right in. Master Sword, do we want to do Hylian, Magic Rod, or Master Sword? Let's do the Master Sword. I mean, Link's already level 41. We might as well just go in there as powerful as we can possibly be. Just see how well we do against against these level 1 monsters. I bet we'll do pretty well. So we got Zelda here. She appears to be playing some sort of Sheik's harp. So she clearly stole that from Sheik, which, doesn't really seem to be, I don't know, a neighborly thing to do. Oh, she's just dreaming about stealing harp. So we're going to have to watch out for this one. Alright, so there's some discussions going on down there. Let's see. Dark times. So there's some sort of bad omen going around. So we need to watch out. We need to make sure that, this bad omen does not come true. So, how do we do that? Well, I guess, first off, Zelda and Imp are going to have to take a walk, and they're going to, probably assume that one of the 10 soldiers they have out here is that hero. Probably the one that's not wearing a helmet, actually. Looks like this blonde-haired fellow, he looks rather heroic. Oh yeah, look at that. He did a backflip and everything. That's pretty heroic, I think. So, Zelda's like, oh yeah, he's the hero. We found him. Look no further. Alright. So we're under attack right now. I think that we might be in a little bit of trouble here, but not that much trouble because, I mean, that's clearly Link, the hero of time or ages or seasons or, I don't know, Twilight maybe? Is he the hero of Twilight or is that Midna? I don't really remember. But, yeah, he's a lot of different heroes, and I know that's not the same Link that's in all the other ones. In fact, from what I understand, it's not this isn't technically canon. Maybe it is canon. I don't know. I just don't really think that it is. Just kind of, since it's not like a, you know, I mean, who am I to say what's canon and what's not? It might be. But to me, it just kind of, seems like a fun, like a what if scenario. Because they have like a lot of the series heroes coming together, and it's, I don't know. My instinct says it's probably not canon, but I don't know. I get maybe it's already been confirmed and I just haven't heard about it, or maybe it will never be confirmed. But either way, I mean, it's cool. Like, you don't usually see Link, I guess, just being as active as he is in this game. So I need to reacquaint myself with the controls a little bit here. I'm a little foggy on them. So it looks like, I think these are moblins. Okay, so yeah, that there are different combinations that you can use to to do different moves. So the B button and the Y button seem to largely affect a lot of what you do. So here's B, Y. So that's like an uppercut. But if you do B, B... Oh wait, something's happening. I was experimenting with moves so long that a forest fairy came out of the woodwork. And, oh yeah, proxy. So, anyway, what I was saying is, so yeah, B, B, Y, and that shoots, like Cloud's Blade Beam from Final Fantasy VII. And you notice how I refer to Final Fantasy VII a lot? That is, that's fine with me, because it's a great game. I played it a lot growing up, and I mean, even in my adult life, I've played it quite a bit. But yeah, yeah, it just kind of looks like a Blade Beam. Oh, so you have to look down at the map there, actually, and it kind of so like we're the green one right here. The abandoned fort gate is open. So the enemy's forces, they like a lot of this game, it's what you do is you try to like control keeps, and you take over a keep, and you of course get further into enemy territory. And oh yeah, Dragon Knight Volga. So he's obviously like supposed to be reminiscent of Volvagia from Ocarina of Time. He's the boss of the Fire Temple when Link's an adult. So I know I don't necessarily need to say when Link's an adult, because the temples, when you are a kid, they're not really elemental themed, but Dodongo's Cavern still looks like it could be like a fire temple of some sort. So yeah, oh, I don't know. I get kind of, little scatterbrained at times. You can kind of tell I occasionally jump from one subject to the next. That's all right. I do have a great appreciation for the series, and I really do enjoy what they're doing with this game here. It's cool. Just kind of, I don't know, like the way that you take on like so many different enemies with the crazy combos that you have, and like how fast you go, and how many enemies and other people that are on the screen. Like like the game just feels very alive, and I think that's pretty cool. Because a lot of like the older Zelda games, like they're cool, they have a lot of charm to them, but I feel like the worlds feel empty. And granted, in this game, there's not exactly like a huge amount of character interactions that you do. It's all scripted, and it's level based. But I just kind of feel like the world just feels really alive, and I don't know. It's just cool. It's not what you usually experience when you're playing a Legend of Zelda game. Is just like so much going on everywhere all the time. Like even Ocarina, like it's a great game. Recently, I was playing the Master Quest on um, on the 3DS, and you know I have a great time with it. The music's great, the atmosphere is wonderful. But yeah, I feel like in general like a lot of the worlds just kind of feel empty, and that's, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't mind it at all. It kind of depends on what you're looking for at the time. Like Hyrule Field's cool. I really dig the music, but when you're running around out there, it's mostly just like pea hats and you know, the stealth the Stal children or whatever they're called, the skeletons running around in the middle of the day. Um, Middle of the night. You see, look at that. I'm already getting scatterbrained. So we have to change characters here, and we are going to take over this keep. So let's run in here. We gotta fight all these dudes, and as you can see, slowly but surely, we are bringing the keep's health points down, and to bring the health down, you need to just, you know, beat as many mobs as you can, and eventually when that meter gets down to 0, then the keep boss appears. You kill the keep boss, and bada bing bada boom, you accomplish your objective. So yeah, I think that, let's see here, where are we going now? I saw you in the training yard. You look like that Link fellow that saved the world numerous times. Yes, it's a different Link, I know. It's not the same Link every time. There's, as far as we know, like, several Links, but who knows, maybe they just haven't revealed enough of the timeline yet. There could be literally hundreds, if not thousands, of Links. Is that likely? I don't know. Anything's possible, especially when the Triforce, can grant all wishes. It's entirely possible that somebody wished for there to be, like, you know, a million different universes or something. I don't know. I'm just speculating at this point. But you know, it is kind of interesting to think about what you could potentially do with the Triforce if you had it. I mean, supposedly, it grants the wishes of whoever is in possession of it at the time. But what is interesting to me is, I think it's in the Link to the Past, Ganon actually had the Triforce, if I'm not mistaken, so I'm not sure why he didn't just, you know, wish that the world was under his control, or, you know, wish that Link was dead or something. I'm not really sure. Okay, so where are we going now? Central Keep and Eastfield Keep. So, okay, so now we have to go talk to the Great Fairy. So, let's get down here. Let's talk to the Great Fairy. We'll see what's going on here. So we have to both arrive at the Fairy Fountain. So the Fairy Fountain is identified by the little Triforce that's like purple on the map, and it looks like Link has probably... Oops, I didn't mean to do that. That is an item that we probably don't get till much later, but like I said, we can kind of look at this as like a New Game Plus. We're gonna run Zelda into the Fairy's Fountain, and we're gonna switch to Link, and I'm sure he would have made his way over there eventually, but we're gonna speed this process up a little bit, and we are just going to rush straight to the Fairy Fountain, and hopefully Zelda doesn't leave before we get there. There's an item here. I want to grab that really quick. Alright, now let's go see what's going on at the Fairy Fountain. Looks like some pretty cool stuff here. So there is there's some advancing Lizalfos. It looks like Impa's arrow on the map there is running towards it. So, so basically they're telling me that I have to beat the Lizalfos before I can fight or before I can call upon the Great Fairy. So why not just call on the Great Fairy to defeat the advancing Lizalfos for us? I don't know. But anyways, yeah, like, it seemed interesting to me that that, like, in Link to the Past, Ganon had the Triforce, but he apparently didn't use it to already make himself all powerful or something. I don't know. To me, it just seems surprising that he'd hang out and let Link come into the. Oh, here we go. Let's do this. So yeah, it seems surprising to me that he would let Link just show up in the Dark World and just come in and just totally waste him. But gosh, on that note, I'm not gonna skip the cutscene, but this episode, I feel like it's gonna get a little long with this level, so I'm actually gonna end it here, and we will pick up on the next episode and keep this adventure going. So if you enjoyed this, please join me on the next one as well. Thank you.